Hello and welcome to Handmade by Julia Quinn. Today I'm going to share with you this lovely card that I featured on my blog for casing the caddy. And the challenge was to case the heart and home paper in the catalogue. I was just going to find the catalogue to show you this card that I've cased so you can see what it looks like. So page 58. Okay, so there's the card I've cased. Okay, so I've changed my background to Misty Moonlight and used some different papers, and they've used paper here where I've stamped and also got extra paper. But that's the card that I've cased for here. And then today I'm going to change it up again for you and case it onto a different cardstock background, basic grey. But I'm going to do the same stamp to show you what I've done here. Okay, so I'm going to use basic grey. I have actually already stamped and die cut my Blessings of Home bunch of flowers. I had a whole bunch of these already cut and cut out, so that's using the lovely dies that coordinate with this stamp set here, so that all works together. So I've already done that. What I will need to do is get out the Have a Perfect Birthday sentiment and the large blossom. Pop that onto this one because that's what I'm going to use for my background stamping instead of using paper. And what I would like to do too is add a little bit more colour, I think, to my flower here. Sorry about that noise. So that it has a bit more depth to it. So I'm just going to add a little bit. I've used petal pink, but I'm just going to add some. Oh, I think my Calypso has completely dried out. Yep. Not that one. Let's try the dark Calypso coral. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of dark colour. Just following the lines and the little bits of detail that are on there. Okay, just add it. Can you see that little bit of shimmer there? I've used my Clear Wink of Stella brush to put some shimmer and shine in the leaves. Now I'm using the petal pink to just blend that Calypso coral dark colour into my petals. Having the same colour helps blend and gives you that lovely finished look at the Stampin' Blends. That's the beauty of the Stampin' Blends, is that when you add a bit more alcohol, it allows it to move around a bit and you get that lovely. And I will also add a little bit of Daffodil Delight into the centre of my flowers because I didn't quite finish that bit off. Okay, there we go. And then again the dark Calypso coral just in the very centre, and come back with my Daffodil Delight to blend that in. Just give it that lovely two-tone. Okay, so there my flower is finished and ready to go. The next thing I'll need to do is get my two separate pieces for inside my card and a bit of scratch paper here to protect my work surface. And I'm again going to use, even though I've got a basic grey card base, I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight to stamp so that I pick up that lovely Misty Moonlight detail. Okay, so my panel for the front is completely covered. So I'm just coming around. There we go. There, my own designer series paper, and the panel for inside is just a little bit on the top and the bottom of my card. Okay, so that's that stamping complete, and then I've also got a very skinny strip here for my Have a Perfect Birthday. I love how the greeting on this one goes vertically down the side of the image. I think it's a really lovely look. So I'm going to try and go right close. Actually, if I go upside down, that way I can line it up on the side that I can see really well without putting my head in your way. Okay, there we go, right on that edge. Have a perfect birthday. And then I can pop that away. And let's put this card together. All right, so first of all, on my panel here, add some adhesive all the way along, both sides, and a bit to the top and the bottom. And add my stamped piece just on the edge there. I just find it a bit easier to line it up on that panel before I actually put it on my card base. Okay, and there's my card base there. Center that right in the center, and while I'm putting on those large panels, I'll put on the inside panel as well, and again center that. And I've cut this exactly the same length as the front, but because it's got a fold in it, I might go ahead and trim that later on. Okay, next I'm using some of these Heart and Home doilies. So on that one I use the cinnamon cider, but this one I'm going to use either the basic grey or the Misty Moonlight. So I'll make a decision about which one I'll use on that card there. And I think I'll go for the basic grey, picking up, or the Misty Moonlight shows up a bit more, so perhaps the Misty Moonlight on that one. Okay, so that's the next thing I'm going to put on. And pop that in there. And then the next part of my creation is some pieces of designer series paper from the actual coordinating designer series paper. So there's some fresh freesia, like the fresh freesias on my flowers, and a little bit of basic grey, like the card base. Okay, so I'll just add my fresh freesia first, right on the edge, and a bit of basic grey here. Got a bit of glue just there, picking things up. Rightio. Pop that there. Alright, now it's time for the flowers. And what I'm going to do is put some glue on the back of my flowers and attach my denim ribbon, which is also from this suite, to the back of my flowers, like so. Okay, lie them up where I want them to go, and pop my flowers over like that. Okay, and then a little bit of linen thread around the top to create that lovely bow detail. Okay, and you can see it's still moving there. I will go back and put some more adhesive on. I just wanted to line it up like that before I stuck the whole thing down, so that I knew that it all worked perfectly. So tie my bow. Okay, so let's put the adhesive on with the ribbon as well. And you can use dimensionals as well to do the same thing. Alright, fix up my top of my ribbon there so it's not quite so twisted. Okay, there we are, and then add the ribbon on the front. Okay, there we go. As you can see from my original, there's a lot more colour in my flower this time. And the last thing for the front is using some of these matte classic matte dots, which are also in the Heart and Home suite. And I'll put the basic grey ones onto my project to coordinate with my basic grey cardstock, and another one down here. Alright, and that's the card complete. Now what I do want to add though is a little bit of leftover Misty Moonlight doily, and I'm going to just pop that on the edge of my greeting panel. Just tuck that underneath just to continue the doily theme from the front. There we go. My card is complete. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a go too, and I hope you have a go trying to case the catalogue. Like in this particular instance I had all of the supplies, but really you can substitute whatever you want to create the same project. So I've used different colours on each one, same sort of layout, and similar ribbon and supplies because I have them, but you could actually adapt that layout for most things. I just love this vertical birthday greeting. Bye bye now.